average is not invited. Not if you're holding your company off-site in Las Vegas. We aren't on friendly terms with the bare minimum, and unenthusiastic is uninvited. Las Vegas's creative energy and world-class hospitality want to bring your company off-site to crazy new heights. That's why fear-based leadership is afraid of Vegas. And boring? Won't be there, but it will be watching the meeting recordings later. Plan for the extraordinary at vegasmeansbusiness.com.
This episode is brought to you by Global X. Since 2008, Global X ETFs has been committed to empowering investors with unexplored, intelligent solutions. Global X specializes in exchange-traded funds that offer exposure to the artificial intelligence ecosystem, including themes like data centers, robotics, semiconductors, and cloud computing. To learn more about Global X's entire suite of ETFs, from covered calls, fixed income, emerging markets, and more, visit globalxetfs.com.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to the podcast. I've got from McKinney, Texas, Amber Gaige, and she is a third-generation marketing strategist, author. She helps entrepreneurs simplify marketing and achieve real results to scale and grow your business. So if you are a small business owner, solopreneur, entrepreneur looking to use marketing to scale your business, Amber's the guest for today, and I'm really happy to pick her brain to help solve your problems. So Amber, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's such a delight to be here.
Yeah, briefly introduce yourself, and I'm excited to dive into the content of the questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a third generation entrepreneur, as you said. I have spent my career building businesses and brands nationwide. My first 4 a.m. business was when I was 8 years old, and I made the mistake of asking my dad for a puppy. I thought that was a normal thing, and apparently it was for a child, but in our family, everything was a learning experience. So I had to write a letter to the banker and get a loan, and then have a small little breeding business to pay off the debt, and then I got to have the puppy. So that was my first 4 a.m. business. Fast forward, I ended up working in my family's businesses for many years, growing and scaling my first agency, selling it, and then working on a national level as a brand president, working with national franchisees, franchisors. And now my passion is to go back to my roots and serve my fellow entrepreneurs well with custom marketing solutions, tactics, and strategies. I have a wonderful team of 14. We're a group of servant leaders, and we just really love to help entrepreneurs win.
Yeah, interesting. So I really admire your success. And so you talk about the 4 C's of effective marketing and a framework for real measurable growth.
Yeah. So the 4 C's of effective marketing is a framework that anyone can put into practice for themselves. So the 4 C's of effective marketing are basically our process for helping businesses scale and grow and not feel overwhelmed with marketing and not be duped by bad marketing.
Yeah, interesting. And so one question I have for you are, what are some common marketing myths that hold entrepreneurs back?
Oh my gosh, where do we begin? Can we pop open a bottle of wine? There's not enough wine to talk about that. I think a marketing myth is that the same approach will work for everyone. There are some proven methodologies when it comes to digital media, but for the most part, every business is different. And the life cycle of where that business owner is unique when they come to seek marketing help. Those 2 factions alone need to be taken into account when you're doing marketing. So it is not a one-stop shop for everyone. And marketing is not a silver bullet. There are so many aspects of marketing, from analytics to creativity to deliverability to targeting. Anyone that tells you that if you just put money into this marketing campaign and you're going to win, they're just trying to sell you something.
Yeah, that's the other question I have for you is, for a lot of people listening, they could be just starting out. They could be startups, solopreneurs. A follow-up question I have for you is, what are some of the biggest marketing mistakes and how can they be avoided?
Wasting money on something you don't understand, wasting money on something that is not made for your industry, trusting the wrong marketing partner who doesn't understand your business and isn't willing to dive into it with you. And here's the number 1 mistake: never give up control of your marketing assets. So often an entrepreneur will give up ownership of their website, their Google business profile, or any other myriad of digital assets that really belong to them for the sake of convenience. But marketing should be work for hire. Whoever you hire should allow you to remain in the driver's seat and in control of your assets.
Yeah. It's always be an owner. So then the other question I have for you is, what is the best marketing strategy for small businesses? Is it SEO, social media? Talk about it.
I think the best marketing strategy for small businesses is what I refer to as guerrilla warfare marketing. There's a fantastic book by, I think it's Trout and Reese, and it's called Marketing is Warfare. And it talks about how when you are trying to build a brand and build a business, you are basically trying to take the hill, as it were, in military strategy. And the way that you do that is by shaking hands and kissing babies. Start foundationally and organically to build a name for yourself, build a local brand presence, and then grow from there. But organic growth, low-cost growth, strategic alignment, that's a great place to start.
Yeah. The other question I have is, where do you see artificial intelligence playing a role in marketing? Is it going to make things worse, or is it going to improve things? Talk about that.
I think AI is fantastic. I think those who are early adopters are the ones that will benefit. Yes, it will absolutely change the landscape. It already is. But the opportunity to work smarter and not harder, the opportunity to code when you're not a coder. I created a piece of artwork for my office the other day based on a poem that I loved. It's going to take us to new heights if we learn to harness it and give it the prompts that it needs to accomplish our goals.
And what marketing channels work best? Should people be on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, email, newsletters, SEO, webinars?
This is where strategy really comes into play. You have to understand the industry that you're serving and the clients you're trying to reach. In my 4 C's of effective marketing, I talk about customer demographics and I talk about channel management. Make sure that when you're looking at investing in a marketing platform, that you are thinking about the end customer. Who are they? Why are they buying from you? And what are they buying from you? If you're targeting a 35-year-old, maybe you want to be on some of the newer social media platforms. If you're targeting 60 and 70-year-olds, maybe you need a direct mail coupon. Think about who your customer is and put your marketing in front of them.
Yeah. Some common questions from the audience, they would like, for example, some common problems is, for example, they're getting website traffic, but no sales. What's going on there?
There could be a myriad of things going on. Your website is either the greatest suck of your money and your time, or it's your digital calling card. I happen to be a story brand guide, so I specialize in website conversion and applying proven theories to help websites convert. We also offer a free website audit for anyone that is trying to figure out why their website isn't working. And did you know that there are actual pixels now that you can put on your website to see your traffic in real time, what people are doing, what pages they're bouncing off of, what pages they're clicking on? So you have to dig into the analytics. You absolutely need to invest in a good website maintenance plan. By the way, lawsuits revolving around personal privacy, cookie policies, ADA compliance are huge right now. If you do not know if you have a privacy policy on your website, run, don't walk to your website provider and get one put on. But yeah, peel the onion. Look at all the different layers to see why your website might not be converting.
And when you say pixels, you mean Facebook and Google pixels, or are you referring to something else?
Oh, pixels could be for anything. There are pixels for all kinds of platforms, real-time learning algorithms, white label platforms. What I'm talking about is a pixel that has been developed to actually track an ideal customer demographic and the activity that they are doing on your website in real time.
Interesting. A follow-up question I have is people, this question of organic versus paid ads, and when should people start spending money on ads?
That's a great question. I think that your organic presence should be healthy. And why would you pay money on paid ads if you don't know for sure that your website is converting? Don't pour water through a sieve. You're just not going to get anything on the other end. And make sure that you're putting paid ads targeted where they need to be. Paid ads is its own strategy. And there's a myriad of different kinds of paid ads, pay-per-click, Google local search ads. When you're looking at doing lead generation, have a conversation with a digital media strategist who understands your industry and can help you put your budget where it needs to be.
Hmm. And a corollary to that question is people are saying they're spending money on ads, but not getting results. What is going on there?
Let's go back to the question you asked about the website. Do people understand what you do? Or are they bouncing off your website in 4 seconds or less? Is your ad appealing? Do you have a call to action on your ad? Do you have a phone number? There are basic mechanics of your ad that need to be examined to see whether or not it's working. Google Analytics is a great place to start. Every ad that you should run should have a correlating G tag and go to your website. Tracking is everything and data is key.
Interesting. And so a lot of the audience, they are high income, and a lot of them are like, this all feels overwhelming and time consuming. So how can you potentially help clients with when they have this objection?
We always begin with a complimentary online audit to see how our clients are appearing online. Is your SEO healthy? Is your website in compliance? Are your ads currently running? Let's see what holes exist, and then let's put together a strategy with correlating tactics to make sure that your bases are covered. So that's where we would like to begin.
Yeah. Yeah. So very interesting. Excellent. Thanks so much. And keep up the great work.
Thanks for having me.